What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing the top 10 spiciest Master Premier Cup battles submitted for the recent Battle of Spice. Now just a quick disclaimer, it is much more expensive and a lot more challenging to run Spice in the Master League, so there are going to be battles here where we're beating an opponent that has slightly under-leveled Pokemon, or maybe we're only using level 40 Pokemon ourselves, or maybe only one of the Pokemon being used is really spicy. But with that being said, there are still some outrageously spicy battles in this video, so let's just get into the question of the day. If XL candies and Stardust weren't an issue, what would be your dream spice pick to build for the Open Master League or the Master Premier Cup? Let me know in the comment section down below, and with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so going into the first battle, we've got a triple 100% IV level 50 best buddy bug team in the Master Premier Cup, leading Crustle into Gyarados. They're running Waterfall, so they're dealing big super effective damage. We bait with an X-Scissor, grabbing a shield even though we didn't farm to the rock side, so that's quite fortunate. We now swap into Galvantula, but we're not running Volt Switch, we're running Fury Cutter, so that's unfortunate as we're not dealing much damage with our fast moves. We go for a Discharge, grabbing the final shield, and the opponent underestimates the energy generation of Fury Cutter. We get to another Discharge, one-shotting the Gyarados, but the opponent comes in with a Dragonite. Now this is not a great matchup. We're going to come in with the Crustle. We do have Rock Slide to hit for super effective damage, but honestly it's not going to do much damage with the massive CP difference in this matchup. We're going to go for the Rock Slide here. Rock Slide barely does over 50% of their health, and they get a massive Dragon Tail farm down. It is now all up to Heracross. They get to another Dragon Claw. This is going to be doing a decent chunk of damage here, and we are going to be able to just barely outpace them to the Rock Blast here. This should be enough damage to take out the Dragonite, and they've got a Mudslap Rhyperior in the back, so we will be able to make it to the close combat, and from this range, close combat is going to be taking out the Rhyperior, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we've got Goldengo into Togekiss. Great matchup. The opponent swaps into Garchomp. We respond with our Goodra, and we're going to shield the first charge move here. It is the Outrage. I don't know if that would one-shot us from full health, but it would do quite a lot of damage, so we do shield it up. We go for a Muddy Water here. Muddy Water doesn't get the debuff, and unfortunately we throw another one on the CMP tie, and that is really not ideal as Outrage does win CMP. We're now going to fully no bubble this. I do like this play as this will give us a little bit more farm here as we do farm down the Garchomp. We're going to swap straight away into the Goldengo once again, as we do have two Pokemon that can beat the Togekiss in the back, so no point giving the Goodra a massive farm down, or sorry, the Togekiss a massive farm down. Here we make it to another Shadow Ball into this Gyarados. They are running Bite though, so they will be able to easily farm us all the way down here, and this is not looking too good. We're going to come back in with the Goodra. I like this play because it has absolutely no play up against the Togekiss, so might as well just sponge all of this damage, and hopefully because of the Bite, slow energy generation, we make it to the Draco Meteor, and this will be taking out the Gyarados. We now come in with our Electivire here, and they do make it to a charge move, but we should be able to live whatever they throw. It's just an Ancient Power, and now here I think Wild Charge would take them out, but just in case we go for a little bit of an overfarm, going for the Wild Charge, and Wild Charge takes out the Togekiss, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we've got a triple level 40 team, so not fully powered up. This trainer said they just don't have the resources to invest in a level 50 team like this, but it's still a very spicy team, leading with Donphan running double nukes. The opponent goes for a Petal Blizzard that nearly one-shots us. We're now going to go for the Earthquake, grabbing a shield, and now we swap into our Trevenant, and this is not the best matchup here, but we've seen the Petal Blizzard. We now know they're just running Disarming Voice and not the Moonblast, so we can shield this up, and I think we should be able to make it to a Shadow Ball in time. Going to overfarm massively. They come in with a Goldengo of their own. This Shadow Ball is going to do a ton of damage. We actually grab the final shield here, and we make it to another Shadow Ball in time, and this Shadow Ball from this range takes out the Goldengo. They come back in with the Flourishes, but they won't be able to farm us down before we get to a Seed Bomb, and Seed Bomb is going to do some nice chunk damage here. Actually nearly takes them out. We get a simultaneous KO, and we've got our Alakazam, purified Alakazam by the way, into the Metagross. We're going to go for the Fire Punch here. Fire Punch is going to do big damage to the Metagross, and we should be able to fully counter farm them down so the opponent concedes the match. Into next battle, we've got Obstagoon in the lead, and we're leading into a Tyranitar, so this is a great matchup. We're going to go for an Obstruct straight away, buffing our defense, lowering theirs, and look at that counter damage. That is seriously adding up. We're going to shield a Crunch, which is unfortunate, but we do get a massive farm down, coming out with a ton of energy. They come in with Gyarados. We are not wanting to see Gyarados up against our backline, so we need to get rid of it now. We go for a Night Slash, getting the boost as well, and we go for a second Night Slash here. Grabbing a shield, but they will be able to farm us down, but not before we make it to another Night Slash. This grabs the final shield, but still we've got two fire types in the back. We're just going to fully sacrifice the Magmortar here. They actually go for a Crunch, get the farm down. I think we have to shield here and hope that we can wing attack, farm down this Gyarados. We get the farm down, and they've got a Mamoswine in the back, and this Charizard is going to be able to one-shot the Mamoswine and take that game. Into the next battle, we've got a shiny Shadow Arcanine in the lead. Very nice shiny Shadow to have. I have no idea what the IVs are on this Pokemon, but that is a very, very beautiful shiny Shadow. We are going to let the first move go through, go for a Wild Charge. I think they do now have the energy for another charge move, so we're going to swap. We're going to catch it onto our Shadow Ampharos, and we get a Volt Switch through on the swap as well, as the opponent comes in with an Excadrill. This is a really, really bad matchup, especially since we have already lost a bit of health, but they're still going to have to throw a charge move to take us out. They do throw on the alignment there, winning the CMP tie, so very good play by the opponent. We're now going to come in with our Shadow Arcanine, shield this up, and I think we're probably going to have to double shield to take out this Excadrill here, as the Fire Fangs are just not quite doing enough damage. Excadrill very spammy here. We're going to shield up the second drill run, get the full farm down, and let's see what the opponent has in the back. They come in with a Waterfall Primarina. We have a Wild Charge loaded. Wild Charge grabs the final shield, and we're running a Primarina as well, but we're running Charm, so you can see a massive difference between the fast move damage from these two Pokemon. We have no shields remaining. Moonblast does big damage. We've got to watch for the catch. The opponent tries to make the catch, but we hold on to our energy, and now we can go for the Disarming Voice, taking out the Primarina, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we've got a Togekiss in the lead, and we're leading into Florges. So battle of the fairy types. I think Florges probably does just slightly win this, although maybe in the 2-shield scenario we might take it. But here the opponent swaps into Metagross. We've got Incineroar for this, and this is a really, really strong response. We are going to let the Meteor Mash go through. Doesn't do that much damage, about 40% of our health. We go for a Flame Charge, it boosts our attack, and now we will be losing the CMP tie. But the opponent actually overfarmed there, so we could have gone for the charge move, but playing it safe, going for a full farm down here with Snarl, and the opponent's got a Mamoswine in the back, so we can go for this Flame Charge. This is going to do a ton of damage, or grab a shield, and we make it to another Flame Charge before they can farm us down, which is actually huge, and that does so much damage. The opponent lets it go through. At this point, I think we just let the Incineroar go down, and that's exactly what we do, and we're going to come in with our Toucannon, get a Bullet Seed farm down, and we can just go for these Drill Pecks. And Drill Peck, not the strongest move ever, but it will start to chunk this Florges, and we will be able to go for the shield here probably. No, we're actually going to no-shield it. We do live the Disarming Voice there, and we can go for another Drill Peck. This should be grabbing the final shield from the opponent, and we should be able to make it to one final move. But no, we're going to let the Toucannon go down, and with the Togekiss, we are very close to the Ancient Power. We do make it in time, and Ancient Power from this range will be taking out the Florges, and we take that game. So going into the next battle, we've got a triple level 40 team, but this is even lower than the last one with Politoed, Shadow Ninetales, and Flygon. So I think this trainer said that 2 of these Pokemon are going to be investments for the Ultra League at some point, and the Flygon is just level 40, but we're going to go for a Blizzard into the Dragonite coming in, and we one-shot the Dragonite with the Blizzard. They just did not expect that whatsoever. Then we're going to come in with a Bite Gyarados. We won't make it to another Blizzard. We have to settle for this Surf, and Surf does not do much damage. We're now going to swap into our Shadow Ninetales. This is not looking good here. We know they've got a Tyranitar in the back, so we're saving the Flygon for that. But I don't know what we're going to do up against this Gyarados here. We're just going to full send the Solar Beam. Can we land it into this Gyarados? No, we can't, and the opponent is going to be able to fully farm us down, but they do actually throw their energy, and that's probably best case scenario. Crunch takes us out. We're now going to have to put it all onto our Flygon in the back. Going to come in with the Flygon now, and honestly, Dragon Claws are not going to do that much damage. We're going to have to throw 2 of them here to take out this Gyarados. And yeah, these bites are seriously chunking, but we do make it to the second Dragon Claw. This will now be enough damage to take out the Gyarados, and can we make it to the Earthquake in time? We're going to shield this up. Actually, we might be running Earth Power. I don't know, I can't really see it from this range here. But no, it is the Earthquake, and from this range, Earthquake will be one-shotting the Tyranitar, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we've got Haxorus in the lead, not the spiciest team, but we also do have a 100% IV level 50 Shadow Donphan, which is a really cool pick here. We go for the Breaking Swipe, the opponent knows they can live it, so we're actually going to shield this up and we will be able to get off a second Breaking Swipe in this matchup, but they will be able to fully farm us down, but I think we'll be happy to debuff them twice, and we will be able to get a nice farm down with our Metagross as it does come in here. And we can tank anything very comfortably now with the double debuff. So the opponent goes for the superpower, they actually swap into Excadrill, we make it to the Earthquake, and that's actually a CMP tie, which Metagross wins, and Earthquake grabs the final shield from the opponent. Now we can just let this move go through. Duran takes out the Metagross. Actually, no, it doesn't quite take them out there. But at this point, we're going to let this charge move go through. It is a drill run that does a decent amount of damage here, but we will be able to fully counter farm down the Excadrill. They've got Metagross in the back, and we can go for this Shadow Earthquake. Earthquake one-shots the Metagross from full health, and we counter farm down the Dragonite and take that game. Into the next battle, we've actually got three level, I don't know what the level are, but they are Ultra League Pokemon, and pretty spicy picks as well. We've got Gardevoir in the lead. We can easily let this move go through. It is just a Dragon Claw that's double resisted. We will be able to fully charm, farm them down, not before they make it to another charge move, but it doesn't matter. We can easily tank this as well, and we come out with nearly a Shadow Ball loaded, but the opponent does come in with a Rhyperior. We go for the Shadow Ball, and we should just stay in, let them farm us down, because we've got a great response in Torterra, and look at that Razor Leaf damage. The opponent comes in with a Mudshot Garchomp, and now we are a massive CP disadvantage, but we're going to be double resisting the Mudshots here. We are going to go for the Brave Bird here, farming to 100 energy, and Brave Bird from this range grabs the shield, unfortunately, but we make it to another Brave Bird. How much damage does this do from an Ultra League Honchkrow? It nearly takes them out, and at this point I think we just let the Honchkrow go down here. No point in shielding. Outrage does take us out, but we can Razor Leaf farm them down, not before they get to a charge move though, which is unfortunate, and Outrage would have done massive damage, so good shield there. The opponent has a charge move loaded, but it is just a Surf. We can tank that comfortably, make it to the Frenzy Plant, and this will easily be enough damage to take out the Rhyperior, and we take that game. And into the final battle, we've got Sylveon in the lead into Dragonite, so a great lead for us. The opponent's probably going to save swap straight away into Metagross, and we've got an amazing counter swap here in the form of Chandelure, although we probably have to shield this up as a Meteor Mash, even resisted, does a ton of damage, but now we can farm to 100 energy, go for the Flame Charge here, and Flame Charge will be taking out the Metagross, and we're also running Poltergeist as the second charge move. Can we land a boosted Poltergeist into the Dragonite? No, we can't, and unfortunately that will allow them to fully farm us down, which is not ideal whatsoever. But we're going to wait out the switch clock before coming in with our Sylveon, and the opponent swaps into Togekiss, so we respond with our Victory Bell. Victory Bell usually pretty good up against Charm users, but not Togekiss because they do also resist the Razor Leaf damage, but we live the Ancient Power, we make it to the Acid Spray here, and Acid Spray grabs a shield. It could have been a Sludge Bomb, which would have taken them out, and now this should be a pretty comfortable matchup. We can safely Charm, farm down the Togekiss from this range. We actually no-shield the Ancient Power there, but we will now be able to make it to a Dazzling Gleam with our Sylveon here, and this will easily be enough damage to take out the Dragonite. Actually, it's a Moonblast, sorry, but we take out the Dragonite and take that game. So that's going to be it for today's video, a bit shorter than the previous Battle of Spice videos, but it's the Master Premier Cup. I didn't receive many submissions, so the fact that we were still able to get 10 very spicy battles is pretty awesome to see. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know, and as well, don't forget to respond to the question of the day if you haven't done so already. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.